another guy who was based at Warner Brothers with me also had a tremendous amount of respect for you, and that was he's a director now, Perry Lang.
Oh yeah, we're good friends.
Yeah, and he talked about you on the Big Red One, where you played legendary director Sam Fuller and his real life experiences, and Lee Marvin a lot.
Yeah.
But he said that everyone wanted to follow your lead.
As we slogged through the hedgerows and across France, the sergeant began keeping to himself. It was a little spooky. He'd told Vince he fought around here in the First War. He kept ahead of us as if he's looking for some old ghost to rise up out of the mist.
Kaiser, your turn at bat.
Would you look how fast they put up the names of all our guys who got killed?
That's a World War I memorial.
But the names are the same.
They always are.
Seen as like the Laurence Olivier as of the platoon. Has he ever told you that?
No, he never has.
Yeah, he said like once Carradine got his wrapped his head around what we were doing, we all kind of fell in line and tried to do our best bit. And he did tell me he got into it with Lee Marvin once and had to apologize. But
yeah, we were all shocked. Do you know that story?
When he said something. You might tell it better. Like he said something about, or Lee Marvin, who was a World War II veteran, said, "What are you doing with your hands?" Like Perry overacted, and
right.
So I'll leave the story to you, though. It's probably better coming from
Perry is supposed to go check out this tank with a bunch of dead Germans laying around it, and the way he was walking, he was swinging his hands, and Lee said, if you do it again, don't do that with your hands. That doesn't look right. And Perry said, if I'm going to get any direction, I'll get it from the director. Thank you. He said that to Lee Marvin. We were stunned.
Yeah, but
pretty gutsy.
Yeah, but he did say, and I guess the version of the story I got was that Lee was like, all right. But he did go and apologize later. Was it you that told him he needed to go apologize, or did he know to do it on his own? Do you remember?
I think he figured it out on his own.
Yeah.
Perry does not suffer fools lightly.
No, he doesn't. He did say he felt terrible about it. He did have like a lifelong friendship with Lee after that movie until Lee passed away.
Yeah, he did.
And he did tell me the greatest Lee Marvin drunk story I've ever heard. The one with John Borman. Do you know that one?
I don't know that one. There's so many.
Well, they're in Santa Monica drinking, and they have a fight over the car keys or who's going to drive home. Borman gets the keys and says, "F you, Lee, I'm out of here," and takes off down Pacific Coast Highway at high speeds. He gets pulled over by the police. The cop walk up to the driver's side window, and he rolls it down, and he's like thinking he's going to jail for drunk driving. And the officer says, "I got a question for you." And he's like, "Yes." He's like, "Is that Lee Marvin hanging onto your roof?" He had hung on to the roof since Santa Monica, like almost all the way up to Broad Beach or someplace ridiculous.
Oh my God. That is so funny.
NMOSD is a disease that can blind you, paralyze you, or kill you. But the good news is doctors seem to think they're very close to a cure. They also seem to think that a cure for NMOSD will be a cure for cancer. So that's a two-for-one that I can't ignore, and if you're like me, you would donate today to the Gotti Jackson Foundation. My name is Steve Surgic, and I approve this message.